So today we are going to discuss the criteria that we're looking at to make a decision on where we will move to next.
Yep, that's what today's video is about. And if you're enjoying our videos, or even if you're new to our videos, please subscribe and comment and give us a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it, and it does help our videos get out there to other people. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. We will be going soon to the East Coast to look at some areas that we have narrowed down that we may want to move to.
Yep, and we're going to bring you along with us on the trip. So get ready for that one. Here's a list of the criteria that we've come up with for helping us select, what's important to us in a community and in a house and an area that we're looking to move to.
Yes, so this list is in no particular order. So I'll just go ahead and start with school district. And although we don't have school-aged kids anymore, we do think it's important to have a good school district for future sale, and also might tell a little bit about the community and things like that. Yeah,
resale is definitely an important thing. So, we definitely want to look at that. And maybe tying into that is crime. We will look at the crime statistics for the area that we move to. We do not want to be living in an area that has a lot of break-ins of homes, especially car thefts, things like that. That's definitely important to you. And I think that affects property values too. So we'll definitely be looking at crime along with the school district.
Yes. And the next thing on the list is shopping. I don't mean necessarily that I need a lot of malls nearby, but I do want to have a selection of grocery stores that have great produce and things like Target, Costco, places that we go to.
Yeah, and I think if a town has a Costco, it's probably, big enough, has to be big enough to support the Costco. So, we want to walk in and feel like we'd like to buy the produce in the store. Definitely we're going to be, when we go to the East Coast, we're going to be going into the shops to have a look and see what's in there, and see just what they're like. That's important. So the next thing would be restaurants. Once again, we're not really big restaurant people. We don't eat out a huge amount. We like to cook food a lot, but we do like to have restaurants nearby if we decide we would like to go out, or if we have visitors in town, or whatever it happens to be. So we will be looking at what restaurants are nearby, hopefully some local restaurants, not just franchise restaurants. And I'm not talking about fast food chains. I'm talking about kind of middle of the road type restaurants where you can go and sit and have a meal and enjoy your meal.
Yeah. And I think the next thing on the list will be activities. And we do like to do a lot of things outside. So we want to make sure that there are things that we like to do, go to the beach or take walks on trails, things like that.
Maybe biking areas, lots of outdoor activities. We play golf rarely, but maybe a golf course or something, or,
So
definitely. And then the next one would be medical. We don't have any health issues, but we do want to have quality health care nearby if we need it, or if a family member needs it. So we will be looking at whatever information we can find on the quality of the local area medical care.
Yes. And the next thing is an airport, because we want to be somewhat close to an airport, maybe a regional type airport, not one of the major city airports, because that would put us pretty close to a city. But we want people to come and visit, or have the kids come and visit. And also we want to be able to travel easily as well. And I don't want it to be this big long trek just to get to the airport and have that be part of the main event, which to me it's not. So
yeah, definitely. Certainly I'd like to be within half an hour of an airport, definitely no more than 1 hour, and it could be a connector airport, that's fine, but we definitely want to have that. Flood risk is the next item. You know, we live in an area where it does rain a lot, but we don't have a tremendous amount of flood risk here. When we do have floods, they're just minor. A small stream overflowed and a few homes got affected. We watch the news and it seems like a lot of communities on the East Coast have massive amounts of flooding. And I know that it's definitely more level, less hilly there, so that could be part of it. I don't know, but we have definitely been looking at the flood maps and the flood ratings of any home that we're looking at online to consider purchasing.
Mm-hmm. We do know that hurricanes do happen on the East Coast.
Yeah, that'll be new to us.
From time to time, which will definitely be a new, interesting challenge. Maybe, yes. Hopefully not. But anyway, something that we know we need to think about happen as well.
So
yeah. So the next thing is the lower cost of living. You know, we want to move to an area that's less expensive than where we are now. It's pretty expensive where we live, and we think if we move to the East Coast, which we can find plenty of places that are a lot less expensive than they are here, and that will just give us, you know, more money in our retirement, which is really important to us.
Yeah, for sure. And that's, I mean, property taxes are lower, and that's a big thing. Our property taxes are quite high here. And then homeowners association. So homeowners association versus no homeowners association. I'm sure that right there will spark some comments. But I know people have had all kinds of experiences with HOAs. We don't have one right now, and there are days where we wish we did because we have some neighbors who just don't take care of their yards, and that would be nice. But at the same time, if you have an HOA getting in your business all the time, you know, bring your garbage cans in, you left them out overnight, or you're not allowed to park your boat in your driveway, or, you know, things like that. That could drive up, obviously, our cost of living because you have a HOA fee and you have to pay for storage for things that they won't let you put in your driveway. So that's definitely something that we're toying around with, and we have not made a decision on that yet. We're going to go and look at some of these communities and kind of see how they're run, what resources they have. We did find one that had storage for items. So, you know, that would be good. So we'll see about that.
Yeah. And also, that brings me to home prices.
Yeah.
The home prices are just less expensive, at least in some of the areas we've been looking at, than they are here. They're pretty high where we're living at the moment. And once again, you know, that will just free up some more money for our retirement.
Right. The more we can liberate, the better we are. Mm-hmm. And plus we're buying a smaller home, square footage wise. So, I mean, we should be able to be significantly less expensive, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
The next thing is 55 or older facilities, communities. We are in that category, the sandwich generation, where our kids have left, but now our parents are getting older, and I need places 10, 15 minutes away where an aging parent can live happily, and so we're going to be doing some research on that too. We need a community that's large enough that does actually have retirement communities for aging people.
Yes. Yeah. And then really just the overall feeling of an area. I think, you know, if we spend some time there, hopefully we'll get a good sense of what it's like to be there and how we feel being in that specific area. So that's something that's important to us.
Definitely. And then weather. Weather is probably one of the big driving factors of this decision. I would say cost of living and weather are the two major factors that we've been looking at. We do live in an area that has beautiful summers, but we have 9+ months of gray, drizzly days, and that's just too much for us. So we want to live in a place that's warmer. Some of the areas we're looking at right now, it's in the 70s next week, and it's in the 40s and 50s here, and last week it was in the 20s. So we're definitely looking at that. We understand it does rain, And that's okay because then the sun comes out. Whereas here it rains and then it stays grey for months and months on end. So we're definitely, weather's a big thing for us. Yeah.
And then just the size of the town. You know, like we said before, we don't want to be in a big city, but we don't want to be in a teeny tiny area either. We just, you know, some mid-sized town would be.
Mid-sized town, definitely. Well, thank you for watching. And if you are enjoying our videos, please subscribe and comment. We'll try to respond to everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Yep. See you next week.